On September 3, 2025, Beijing staged its largest military parade ever, marking the 80th anniversary of World War II's end. This was more than a commemoration, it was a bold message to the world, especially the US and China's Asian neighbors. Thousands of soldiers marched in perfect formation, while advanced weaponry rolled through Tiananmen Square, signaling China's emergence as a global military power. The parade made it clear, China is done hiding its strength, and is now openly challenging the Western-led world order. The timing was strategic, following major diplomatic summits and amid rising global tensions. Every tank and missile on display was part of a larger story about shifting alliances and China's rapid technological rise. The event was both a warning to rivals and an invitation to potential allies. For the world, it was a wake-up call to reassess China's military might and its implications for global security. The impact of this display will echo across Asia and beyond for years. The parade's highlight was China's unveiling of cutting-edge military technology. For the first time, China revealed its full nuclear triad, land, sea, and air-based nuclear capabilities joining an elite group of nations. Missiles like the Jinglai-1 and Zhulang-3 demonstrated China's ability to strike from bombers and submarines, making them hard to detect or destroy. The mobile DF-61 missile, with a range reaching the US, and the DF-26 Guam killer, targeted American bases in the Pacific. Hypersonic missiles, including the YJ-19 cruise missile, can evade current defenses and threaten even US aircraft carriers. China also showcased advanced unmanned systems, underwater drones, and the GJ-11 stealth attack drone, both powered by AI. These technologies signal a shift toward high-tech, AI-driven warfare. The message was clear. China is not just catching up, it's aiming to lead the next generation of military power. The world must now contend with a China that can project force far beyond its borders. This technological leap is reshaping the balance of power in Asia. The parade was a warning. China's military is ready for the future. The guest list at the parade was as telling as the weapons on display. Over 25 heads of state attended, mostly from countries aligned with or influenced by China. Southeast Asian, Central Asian, and South Asian leaders showed up, highlighting China's growing regional sway. Their attendance signaled respect for China's power and a desire to stay on its good side. In contrast, most Western leaders and their allies stayed away, underscoring deepening global divisions. Only a handful of European leaders attended, further illustrating the East-West split. India, wary of China's ambitions, sent no high-level representative. The parade revealed a world increasingly divided between those aligning with China's vision and those resisting it. The alliances on display are reshaping global politics. The most striking image was the unity of China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran, an emerging axis of upheaval. Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin, and Kim Jong-un stood together, signaling defiance against Western pressure. Kim's rare overseas visit with his daughter in tow underscored the closeness of the China-North Korea relationship. Putin's presence highlighted Russia's reliance on China amid the Ukraine war. This bloc, united by opposition to the US, is determined to reshape the world order. Their cooperation is a direct challenge to American influence in both Europe and Asia. The Beijing parade was their public declaration. They are ready to act together on the world stage. President Xi spoke of peace and cooperation, but his words were backed by a formidable show of force. The message, China wants peace but on its own terms, and is prepared to fight for its interests. Xi warned that China will not be intimidated, especially over issues like Taiwan and the South China Sea. The parade was a deterrent, signaling that any interference would come at a high cost. China used the event to promote its own version of history, boosting national pride and justifying Communist Party rule. The real goal, establish China as Asia's dominant power and reduce US influence in the region. The parade was not about conquest, but about regional dominance and a new world order centered on Beijing. China's ambitions are clear, and the world must now respond to this new reality. The era of quiet Chinese rise is over. China's parade highlighted the widening military gap with India. China's defense budget dwarfs India's, and most of India's spending goes to salaries, not modernization. China fields advanced stealth jets and AI-powered drones, while India struggles to upgrade its air force and relies on imports for drones. China's navy is expanding rapidly, launching new warships and submarines at a pace India can't match. Unmanned submarines and advanced naval tech give China a clear edge at sea. This imbalance is especially worrying along the disputed Himalayan border, where China's superior infrastructure and weaponry give it the upper hand. The parade was a stark reminder to India. The challenge from China is growing. India faces tough choices to defend its interests against a far more powerful neighbor. The military gap is shaping the region's security landscape. New Delhi must adapt quickly, or risk falling further behind. India can't match China weapon for weapon, so it must get creative. The answer lies in asymmetric capabilities, drones, cyber warfare, and electronic systems that can offset China's advantages. India needs to fast-track unmanned systems, leveraging its tech sector to develop and deploy drones and counter-drone tech rapidly. Agility and innovation, not bureaucracy, are key to closing the gap. Strengthening partnerships with the US, Japan, Australia, and regional allies is crucial. Joint exercises, intelligence sharing, and tech cooperation can help deter Chinese aggression. India must also reform its defense establishment, prioritize modernization, and boost domestic production. The 2025 parade was a wake-up call. India's response will shape its security for years. The time for action is now. China's 2025 parade marks a turning point for Asia's security. The display of power and new alliances signals China's ambition to become a global leader, not just a regional one. The US-led order faces its toughest challenge yet, as Asia becomes the center of great power rivalry. The axis of upheaval is openly coordinating, while the US and its allies scramble to respond. Countries in the middle must balance economic ties to China with security needs from the West. The parade was a clear statement: China is ready to reshape the world order. How the US, India, and others respond will determine whether Asia's future is stable or turbulent. The dragon has shown its strength. The world must now decide how to live with it.